Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of L.I.S.M, which is what I call Live Instagram Session with Mission, or simply known as L.I.S.M, L.I.S.M. So, today we are going to share about something a little bit interesting, which is going to be on personal trainers. As for personal trainers, what can they expect? How can they up their market? Or as for a client or a potential client, whether you're shopping for a personal trainers or you just want to know what personal trainers do, what are their yes and their no's. Perhaps this entire perhaps 15 minutes to half an hour session, we should be able to share a little bit what's going on and what to expect. Okay, so meanwhile, may I just wait a little while to maybe we have some audience or two. Shout out wherever you are at this world. Most of my audience probably be around Malaysia, KL to be exact, or people who knows me. If you are around any part of the world, good morning, good evening, good night, good midnight, wherever you are. And right, so a little bit throughout this week, quite a boring week for me actually, but things are a little bit slow, a little bit steady. Currently into some mini projects of doing stuff, but so far so good. I'm always well. Everything slow, steady, nothing crazy, nothing dramatic. That's about it. Okay. So for those who come, hello, and I'm gonna start shortly and to talk about personal trainers, point of view of a client and also a personal trainer. All right. So without further ado, maybe let's go on. Let's take a step back and understand what personal training is, or what personal trainer is. So personal trainers, in a nutshell, is technically as follows. Yeah. So as for personal trainers, they are someone who guide you, to instruct you, and also to keep you accountable in your fitness goal, whether it's to lose fat, to gain weight, or even to do simple exercises. Okay, so as I was mentioning just now, is that as for personal trainers, one thing that so maybe I'll start on two parts, because here I'll break down around two parts. First part is going to be on your client, or as a gym member. You walk to the gym, you have a little bit you have a little bit of a client, or you see like there is a trainer. You want to see, is this trainer right for you? Some people, finding a trainer sometimes is like finding a girlfriend or boyfriend or your significant others. Sometimes it may not be get on the first go, sometimes it's on the third or second go, and you have to see how it goes. But most importantly, as for a client, or if you're a gym member here is what I recommend you to do. Well, there's so many options to choose from. My suggestion, first thing first, you want to look at the trainer. See if it's approachable or not. Or the best thing that I would like to do, if I am a member, is that I just look at the personal trainer, see how he or she teaches her client. Let's just say there's no client, right? We give a scenario, there is no client right now. So you just look at the personal trainer, very easy. Look at his body language. Is he that kind of person that is like putting the arms together, constantly like a bouncer at the club, just put the hands up. Just every day look. That's about it. Alright? Or are they those that, they just check out some people, or they look around, quite cool, quite chill. These are some characteristic personally I think that you should find when looking for a personal trainer. Number one, they are very approachable. And number two, and you are a member, let's admit it, sometimes you don't know or you're not sure how to use the exercise, especially if you are new to the gym. Here's what you can do. Go and ask the personal trainer. Ask them how to do the exercise. A good trainer, or at least an okay trainer, can and will be able to help you or teach you how to do the exercise in a normal way. For example, if you're not sure how to do the thing, just go to the trainer and just ask only, sorry, I'm new here, I don't know how to use the machine, can you show me how to do? Just simple things like that. You should be able to start the conversation already with the trainer, and from there you can slowly sort of like judge them or see if he or she is the right trainer for you. Alright? Okay. So currently we have quite a lot of new people. Hi everyone. Thank you for joining. the weekends is more fun, compared to listening me talking about all this stuff. But thank you for listening to my L.I.S.M. Appreciate it. All right, and so here we go to the another point number one, as we mentioned, is that see if they are approachable or not. All right. Reason point number two, which is I would like to do the following: see how they train their clients. You look at their clients, you see if that is the training that you want. For example, you see the trainer give the client train like some of a lot of body weight kind of thing, or there's a lot of high reps kind of thing. If you like it, probably he or she is the right person for you. Or let's go straight to the point. You see, you want to do, let's say you are an obese person or you are an overweight person. You want to lose some weight. You want to just lose some body fat, just to look good on a dress, or doctor tell you, hey, you gotta lose some weight lah. If not, you will have some health complications in the future. You know what? Maybe if you have all this thing, what you can do is first you look at the trainer. You see the trainer if he's like training those things that you kind of like it or not, and look at the technique is being trained. You look at the client. Are you motivated when you see, example, there's an obese client being trained by the trainer? You look at the obese client. You just see how the obese client reacts to it. You see that kind that is very panting, very tired, very sweaty. You look at that and you see if that is what you want. For example, if you see a trainer who trains the client like a military drill, keep saying, go some more, go 5 reps, give me another 50 more, come on, do your best, my mother can do better than you. If you have see trainers like that, if that is what you like being pushed, then good job. He could be the one for you. But if you look at that kind, you say like, "Ayo, this is a bit too much for me. It looks a little bit like a military drill. I do not enjoy." Then by all means, he or she is probably not the trainer for you. All right? Okay. So this is my point number 2. As for point number 3, just hang on. I read my script down. Okay. Now that we talk about the characteristic of the trainer when they train on the gym. Now let's talk about you might have seen sometimes they promote themselves on internet, or you are trying to get an online coaching. You look at the internet, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, maybe even emails. I mean, if someone sends you an email, you have a look at them. Chances are, here's a pro tip for you: if the trainer is very, very dedicated, but know what he or she is doing, they won't promote a lot, like really, like doing a lot of marketing stuff or a lot of very heavy promote. Like you keep scrolling your newsfeed and you keep saying, "Hey, join me," or you go to you just flip an ad, you will see like this. Chances are, if you see this kind of thing, probably he or she is not for you. Why is that so? Well, very, very easy. We only got, as a personal trainer, allow me to share also, we can only have that much of focus. Our focus is finite, it's not infinite. Man. There is a bit of limit, We taking care 4 to 5 clients back to back to back, for a consecutive, say, in 6 hours time. Let's say you teach like 4 or 5 clients. I've been there before, I've tried that before. I can assure you, it is not very cool. It is a little bit taxing mentally. So if that person keeps sending you email, keeps saying, hey, DM me for more info, or DM me to sign up now, probably he or she is a red flag you might want to flag off, because like I said, the person can only take care of that many people, especially if you're talking about on gym floor. Gym floor, let's admit, the person only works like 10 hours a week. 10 hours in a week, 10 hours in a day. 10 hours in a day, assuming if he has 4 or 5 clients, fitting you one in maybe might not be the one for you, because he or she could be very tired and you're not getting the best out of the trainer. I'll admit to that. So if the trainer, I'm not saying trainers who had 4 or 5 clients in a go is not good. I'm just saying that if he or she is quite packed, they won't do a lot of hard sell. I'll be very, very honest with you, Okay, keep it up. Thanks, Sebastian. You're looking good. Thumbs up for you. All right. So also we want to go on is one thing also. Now we talk about the characteristics of trainers, of the marketing. Now let's talk about the client. So most common questions as a client, they always ask me this thing: should I look at the personal trainer's body, or should I look at the client's result? Well, my answer is Why not go both for it? Reason is very easy. Now let's put the first example. Looking at the client's looking at the client's results. Yeah. So you look at the client's result. Sometimes you say, you know what? Hey, before he is like this. After he is like that. This is actually a okay thing. But there's one thing I would like to highlight to you is, don't just look at the before and after picture. Try to look before, after, and after the after. In other words, after when they don't train, no longer train the trainer, check out how they are after that. Personally, if that person still can be as good as the after product, if not better, then I say he or she is quite a good trainer, because he don't just teach the client how to eat the fish. It also teach the client how to fish. Hope you understand that. So in other words, it's actually giving a set of skill to the to a client. As a client, you are entitled, I repeat, you are entitled to know the exercise skills. Whether it is, example, for a squat, are you supposed to keep your back up, leg straight, or is it should you brace your core, or should you go around your back or anything? You should be able to understand all these things by now. Alright, this moment now. Okay, so if you are not aware of this, then it is better a good time that especially if you want to train a trainer, make sure you know what is going on, so that you can at least have a set of skills. A good trainer, like I always said, should give you a set of skills, so that you can learn and you can do it on your own in the future. And it's not just it's someone who start to the end keep teaching you, but you don't learn anything, or they don't even attempt to teach you how to think. Again, that is a first and last time you engage to the person. Because I'll be very frank, if he or she doesn't teach you anything and you don't learn anything, then I'm afraid he's just teaching you the thing, asking you to do the thing, and hopefully you will keep coming back to give him more sales. That is the wrong way. To give you a better example, I'm going to give you an analogy. For example, let's say you want to go to the mechanic. Okay, let's say you have a broken car. Now when you use your broken car to go and see the mechanic, do you hope that the mechanic will do the following? A, fix your car a little bit here and there. Alright? And hopefully you will come back every time, because the thing is just okay temporary, so that you can come back every time. Or is it you want a mechanic, option B, which is the person who keep fixing your car, very nice, very good, everything auto-tune, even teach you how to fill up the oil, how to change the tire properly, or what are the spots to get, so that the next time when you fix your car is very good, you don't need to come back and see the mechanic. You've decided which kind of person that you want. So as a client, I think this is your entitlement to be able to learn a set of skills from the trainer, and the trainer is willing to show you, as if he or she is going to pass the skill on to you, like he or she is not going to work anymore in the gym like that. By right, this is a proper way of training. It's a bad business plan, I will admit, because you learn all the skill and you pass it to the people. However, the truth to be told, it should be like that. I'm sure when you go to school, you don't want just a teacher to teach you partially. You want the teacher to really, really teach you so good. Not just you excel for the exam, but also, for better or for worse, you could learn it in the future. That is what of the characteristic that we want. So, just now we talked about looking at the client's body. Well, you can look at the body, but you have to understand, everybody's body is different. Some people drop a bit of calories, lose weight very fast. You have another kind of client, do a lot of work, maybe do twice only to see a little bit of result. So it depends what kind of clients that they have, and also the adherence. That means how much can they follow. That's why if someone, like get to just now, if you find a trainer that is like teaching you like a sergeant, force you like no pain no gain, got to eat brown rice, broccoli, chicken breast, steam one only every day, that is also a red flag for you, because it's not teaching you anything. It's just telling you what to do, and that's it. And my question is, after when you finish with him, are you going to eat those food? And can you keep up with the pace? That's why I said before, after the after. Are you able to keep the after effect? That is the question that we should look for. So you look at the client, after it's not too bad, in fact better, then probably you know he or she learns some skill from the trainer, and that trainer is a good one for you. Alright? Now we talk about the as a client, now we talk about what about for the trainer. Should we look at the trainer's body to have an idea or two whether he or she is the one? Common mistake, I would say common mistake, but common idea is that if that person is jacked or that person is super lean, he must be doing right, so just follow him, right? Sometimes it's not like that. Most of the time it's correct. Yes, they are good indicator, they are good benchmark that they are doing that particular that particular diet or their fitness in their body is very nice. That I will agree. However, you have to understand something. Sometimes they are very good at practicing their own. Maybe for some reasons they have good disciplines, or maybe some reason they have a very strong willpower, or they have a very proper rigid plan. However, sometimes you will have to understand, if he or she is that very good body, he or she might not be able to teach you very well. Also, for example, if I want to learn how to play basketball, I'm not going to ask Michael Jordan to teach me how to play basketball. If I want to really learn how to play basketball, I'm going to get from Michael Jordan's coach to teach me how to play basketball. I think that is the smarter idea. Alright? Same as for goal. Let's say I put on the spot. Let's say for badminton. If I learn to play badminton, can I learn something from Lee Chong Wei? Absolutely, you can learn something from it. But if you really want to know more about how to do the thing, maybe I'll find Lee Chong Wei's coach. Perhaps he or she has more insight, because he or she makes Lee Chong Wei a good product. So we don't just to be good product. I'm sure we also want to learn more about those ideas, right? So maybe you want to look at those not look at the athlete is good, but I think their coach is always better usually. Even top players, tennis players, bodybuilders, top Olympic weightlifters, I'm very sure 99% of them have a coach. Do you think they don't know how to do the exercise? Obviously not. They just need someone, a coach, to guide them, to teach them, to keep them accountable, or you know, sometimes just to check themselves out, make sure that they are not BSing around and so stop. Alright? So these are some characteristics of being when you look for a trainer. Because if you ask me, those are really good traits that you can find, which, as I said, so a quick recap is that number one, you find the client's body. Are they okay before, after, or after? And number two, does the trainer is like willing to teach, and you look at them, they have at least some degree of good physique, someone you look up to and you believe they are a role model, right? What not to find is very easy, which is quite common sense or quite logic. If let's say if you want to lose some weight, if you find a trainer, one trainer it is very obese one, like real fat, 100 over kilos, 30% body, 35% body fat. You know, they are those kind of body fat level. Are you going to trust? If you want to lose some weight, are you going to find someone who is fat, or you want to find someone who is like slightly a little bit lean, or a bit better shape, so that you know what he or she is into that condition of the shape? Then you can learn something from there. So these are also some good markers. So looking at the client's body, but also looking at the personal trainer's body. Look at their role model. It doesn't have to be just the just the bodies or just the results. That's all. For example, if you're looking for a strength athlete, you want to be a strength athlete. Example, you want to increase your squat by 10 kilos. Are you going to look for? Sorry to say, are you going to look for some person who is very good at doing body weight? Probably not. You might want to find someone who is a strength athlete. So if you look at them, you know that this person really squat a lot. Maybe I can learn something from them. That, my friend, is probably the gold tip that you want to know, is that he or she somehow play a role model before you approach towards them, right? So for example, if you are hungry, I'm sure you want to look for a restaurant. If you are hungry, I don't think you want to go to the clinic, because that doesn't make any sense. Something like that. It has to be specific of what your goal is, right? So these are some personal trainers, your shopping list. Alright, so number one, you check their body okay or not. Okay, it don't have to be look like some like some bodybuilder world champion or Mr. KL, Mr. Malaysia. It doesn't have to be like that, but just make sure they have some okay. Someone you look about it and say, hey, not too bad, not too sloppy, but not too like too like skinny like that. You want to look someone who you can look up to. Number 2, how he or she teaches the client. You look at them. That is tick number 2. Do you enjoy those kind of program that he or she is teaching the client? If you like it, good. Then maybe there is another third box to tick, is the price. Now most people think, personal training is expensive, man. If in case you don't know how much personal training, I'll just share with you lah. Let's say you learn for 1 hour. Let's say today is Saturday, for example. You train with the person for 1 day. That's considered 1 session. So usually they charge like 10 sessions. They charge you for 1,000 ringgit. I have seen some go up as much as 2,500 ringgit for 10 sessions. Yes, I am not kidding. Why? I don't know. Maybe they have some super technique exclusively from some guru. I really don't know. Alright? So if you just tune in, just hello, welcome to L.I.S.M. But just want to share with you what we talk about now is as a personal trainer, a client as a member, or also a personal trainer point of view. For a client, how you can find the right personal trainer for you. As for personal trainers, you want to know how you can up your market. I'll talk about the personal trainer later. I'll talk about as a client first, alright? So as for clients, what you can do is you can go and look for the personal trainer, look what he or she is up to. Is that does he or she fits what you like to train or not? And number 3, the results. Results do not lie. I repeat, results do not lie, especially the after part. Alright? So personal training, how much is too much? Well, if someone comes up to you and say, you know what, they talk to you about the money first. When you ask them, hey, how much the price? They straight away tell you the money. I can tell you 80% that is a no-no for you. Why? As crazy it may sound, as a personal trainer, I do not tell you how much you price it. I say you try first. It should be the way. I'll give you an example. If you want to buy a car, do you straight away buy the car? Or do you test drive first? See if there's the right car for you. Okay? So I'm going to repeat again. If you want to buy a car, think about it. Do you straight away buy the car? Or do you go and test drive, see if that is the right gear shift, the right okay for you? Is the car you want? Training is the same. Does he or she's training, do you enjoy it or not? That is the key also. Alright? So price, my suggestion is as following. If in the gym is too expensive for you, go and find freelance. They might be a little bit cheaper. I do not guarantee this. However, based on the little homework that I did throughout the week, I noticed that it's slightly a little bit cheaper than the gym. Here is the following reasons. Number 1, because personal trainer and the client, right? Usually they will just, that's it. I can give you service. I want service. Okay, done. But if you go to a gym, a chain gym, for example, this is what's going to happen. Personal trainer, hey, you want to join my training? Yes, I would like to have your training. Guess who helps to merge this thing? The gym. So the gym technically is like a middleman like that. So because there's a middleman, the price is a bit higher. It's like when you buy fish. You buy from the fisherman, it will be cheaper. But if you buy from a wholesale market, it is more expensive. Something like that. That's why I suggest if personal training in the gym is too expensive for you, maybe you can try freelance one. Freelance one might be okay for you. Alright? So this is the price one. Alright? Now, yes, you might say it's still very expensive, but you come to think about it, which one is more expensive? The money that you pay for personal training to learn a set of skills so that you can do on your own, or is it the amount of money that you have to use to pay, right, to go to the hospital because you didn't train very long, you have some injuries here and there, you do it wrong, or you accidentally slip your disc or curse your knee or whatever? Probably that might not be a good idea. So what you can do, the following is this. Take a calculator out, sort it out, see the price if it's right for you or not. If it's right for you, good. But if you don't have, it's okay. You can still learn outside, right? For example, sometimes you see just start from simple thing. You see the dude outside, body quite good, form very straight, quite clean. Maybe you can learn a straight from them. Don't hesitate to ask, Actually, most people in the gym thought they're very judgmental. Actually, not judgmental, and they actually are willing to help you. Maybe you can go to there. Just ask them a question or two. Who knows? They might be able to help you. Alright? So, other than that, if it's really too expensive for you, then train on your own. Then, when you are really okay, when you get enough of money, if you will, then you can straight to the point go and find the trainer and say, hey, you know what? Let's start your service. I want to train right now so that I can see results. Then there you go. So make sure he or she is clicks with you. It's like I said, if like finding a lover, make sure it is you want to have the same click with you. No point finding someone who you don't like. I'm sure you don't want to marry to someone you don't like. Same thing, because the more you merge it, it's easier for you to do the thing. Why? You don't have to drag your feet. It's like I need to meet my trainer again. If I can just faster finish that 1 hour, that will do. Probably that's not a good idea. But instead, if you have the mentality of, hey, you know what? I look forward to go and see my trainer and train with him, because probably that's the less stress thing compared to my work, because my boss every time yell at me, scold at me. Hey, let's go to the gym, no one yells and scold at me. Just make sure I do the thing properly, and I can try to beat my last week's record of anything. For example, last week if I do a squat of 10 kilos, maybe today I want to try like 15 kilos. This will keep you motivated to come to the gym. Alright? Now that so far, if you have any questions, just drop a comment below, and I'll do my very best to answer you. But if also give us a feedback, anything, man. If you have any other feedback, like example, my voice is too much or too loud or too soft, feel free to share with me so that I can see how I can make the L.I.S.M a little bit more bearable to your ears, if you will. Alright? So now that we talk about the client's perception, right? So now that we know that he or she, is quite approachable, you enjoy training with him or her, and then you say, you know what, might be the right one for you, and you look at his or she's her contact, or even you stalk her on his Facebook, you stalk his Instagram, you see how he do. Does he do a lot of training, or is he the type that just like every day, or you see the pictures or just food, and look at the body also like not very ideal, or should I say not fit to be a personal trainer. Probably you might want to rethink, you know what, maybe it's not the one for me. These are some ideas that you can consider. Alright? Some she put a bicycle. Alright. Hey, no. Okay. So one thing you also one bonus tip that I share with you, or at least last time before I become a trainer, one thing I always check it out is, well, as funny as it may sound, is his or her body language. Yes, his or her body language. If you see he or she is like very relaxed, just standing at the corner like someone smoking weed very high, and just like that, probably he or she is not a good trainer for you. The reason being, they are not serious enough personally. But vice versa, you don't go at the end of the spectrum. Someone who is like a military drill, like I said, you look at their body language, you look like they are always very hard up, or they are very 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 rigid. They say faster go. They say things like faster come back. If they say things like that, again, red flag for you. Perhaps not your type. Okay. So now that we talk about some characteristic trait, now I would like to maneuver it to the this is a good segue to go to the what is that called, the trainer's point of view. Now this post goes out for personal trainers out there. It doesn't matter whether you're freelance, are you a gym one of the gym personal trainers, or are you an online coaching service. I think this applies to everyone. But before I go into that, I want to put a huge disclaimer. I am by no means a professional instructor or a professional athlete or a all-time some super athlete coach. These are just my 2 cents based on what I observe and experience as a member, but also as a personal trainer right now. So hopefully I can use those skills and also some of these observations and share with you how I think you can up your market. Alright. So I just want to share a bit this week. Actually, I have a new guy, or not new guy, actually, haven't met in a while. This guy and this girl, they come and meet me, and sometimes we just talk about how is our daily life, and they always find out that sometimes they struggle with the for personal trainers to find clients. Sometimes they say the economy is not good, or it's a holiday season, nobody wants to go to the gym, or some other external factor. But if you ask me, yes, we could say the economy, we could say the price is just not right, or there is not enough promotion, or there's not enough new people in the gym. Lesser new people means lesser potential to fish, if you will. So what we can do as personal trainers, I recommend the following. Number one, as a member, they always want. Actually, members are like they are quite shy one. They are very shy. Sometimes we need to really take the footstep and just walk to them. Sometimes just ask them a simple thing. Hello, how are you? Are you new to this gym? Let's say you see this member every day, you haven't talked to him for 6 months, you want to start. Obviously, you say, hey, are you new here? Probably you're going to get a slap in the face. But here's my following suggestion. You just wait for he and she come down from the treadmill, example, as a warm-up, go to the machine. They don't know how to do the machine. Let's say they're doing my favorite example. Let's say they want to do a cable pull down, they just put the hand up. Sorry, you can see from this angle. Yeah, so they just put their hands up and they just go all the way down like this. Like the cat at the supermarket like that. There you can obviously see, it's just not very right. What do? Are you just going to stop and stare and see him and hopefully he or she will say, hey, I need your help, I need your help? That's not going to work. So what we can do as a personal trainer, go and help them for free. Just think it as a free marketing. Because I tell you what, sometimes you don't know one, but I will tell you this is a truth and it happens to me. Sometimes the client, the member is there for 6 months. They don't know how to do the exercise. I just go there one time, I said, hey, you know what? You're not supposed to do like that. Can I suggest you just try to do like this instead? So I tell them, okay, just place your hand up to the bar. Think of trying to bend the bar. Engage your back. Don't use so much on your arm. Simple things like that. Once they understand the cue, they say, hey, you feel the back? I feel the back. I feel the back. That's what you should feel. When they go there, they're going to say thank you to you. And I tell you what, sometimes, let's say you do to 10 people like this. Let's say you do 10 people like this. Sometimes people see your intention. People don't just don't hold them. They know you're very helpful, you're very approachable. This will increase, you up your market value. And they will teach you how to go and help. They will also show you, like, hey, you know what, this trainer is so good. You know what, I'm just going to try to engage his service, try to learn a skill a little bit or two. And probably I can do on my own next time. Then they will go to you. And then they will say, hey, thank you for teaching me just now. Actually, I'm just wondering, can you teach me a bit more? That is where, my friend, as personal trainers, you can start to take out your marketing tool already and just bam and say, alright, at this gym, these are the services that we have. For 10 sessions, it is so and so and so and so. Then you can start like that. Everyone has to start with somewhere. Because no one in this world, I can tell you, get a client like this. There's a personal trainer just sit at the corner, suddenly the members look at it and say, hey, can you teach me? Here, I got money, take my money. Teach me, faster teach me. Say no one ever, right? So, we must go and try to fish the client and try to learn what they want and talk to them. And for Christ's sake, when I say talk to them, really talk to them. Not ask them how is your weather or how is your cat. I'm talking about real questions like, how long have you been in the gym? Do you want me to show you how to do this and that? Offer your help. Talk to them and say, how is your progress so far? When you ask them like that, and don't just after ask a question, pause a while. Okay, this is another tip. Ask them, pause a while. Listen to them. Don't just say, how's your training? Oh, my training not so good. Then you say, you know what? Actually, I can teach you how to do. That is a no one. What you can do is the following. Hey, is this okay? This training actually is like this. But I tell you what, just offer a bit if you got time. Maybe can I show you 2 or 3 machines so that you know how to do it own. Like this, I tell you, not sure but they have higher chances of people loving your service, and when they like your service, they're going to engage to you. Be generous, okay? Do not hold back. You're going to sit around at the corner of the gym floor and just look at people, or you just want to fold your arm up like some sort of bouncer. I tell you what, your sales is going to be very, very horrible, okay? Unless you are super charming, or you have a strong connection around the members, then good for you. But to have a strong connection, well, you need to be approachable first. This is a sure thing. Alright? Okay? I'll just drink a bit of water, don't mind. Okay. Okay, good. So now that we talk about perception, number 1, be approachable. Number 2, be genuine. For Christ's sake, for goodness sake, for your Jesus, Allah, Buddha, whatever God you believe in sake. Love your job. Go and help them without the intention of, oh, he's going to sign my package or not. Even though that person sometimes look very poor, you know. You might have seen, not just in the fitness industry, I think it should apply for any service industry. Don't just because he or she wear very cheap, or you know, wear very normal, there's not a lot of Nikes, or there's not a lot of Adidas all around, you don't want to fish. No, that is the wrong way. And in fact, I assure you, sometimes the rich people or your potential clients wear very, very normal. Sometimes I tell you, it's cheaper than what you are wearing. I assure you that. I'm going to say that again. Sometimes the client actually wear cheaper clothing than me and you, not because they need to, because they can. Alright? And once you be very approachable to them, sometimes don't be surprised. They could be a good comeback customers for you, as long as you provide a nice, good service to them. So don't judge them. Even if that person looks broke, or you know, confirm 99% is not, just go and give a shot. If you really give a shot on all these kind of people, let's just put into 2 scenarios. What could really go wrong? Worst case scenario, you wasted 5 minutes of your time to teach people how to do an exercise. Okay? That person don't sign up and just say thank you, smile and walk off. That is the worst case scenario, isn't it? Now, what's the best case scenario? You use that 5 minutes, just that 5 minutes to talk to people, teach people genuinely how to do the stuff. And best case scenario, they become your client. What do you start with? Nothing. And what do you end with? Worst case scenario, also nothing. So what are you losing? Nothing. You start with nothing. Let's go to good scenario. Then you have a client. You get something. Now what is the best case scenario? You got a client. Congratulations. That is how you get a client. That is how you up your market. Be approachable. Okay? Maybe one could debate now and say, sure lah, you teaching in the commercial gym or in a 5 ringgit gym? Sure you can, no problem, because people look at you in the uniform, you're okay. But I'm a freelancer, how the hell am I going to do it? Yes, I understand your frustration, okay? I understand your frustration. But here's the thing. Today, I just did a simple task. I was training at the outside gym. Shout out to Kampong Pandan Gym. It is a government, like a rakyat gym like that. I tell you, 4 ringgit only, I go in. Oh my god, super nice environment. People that are cool, people that are sick, and you can see those people are very into the training, as you can see. And then you see some old or new, some old people. I see one old people and one old man and her daughter, I believe, right? So they were training around. So while they were training around, here's what happening. I saw the daughter don't know how to use the machine. It was a fly machine. In case you don't know the fly machine, you hold this and you do this. You do the fly machine. So he or she, both of them don't know how to operate the machine. So I just finished my set of bench press. So I look over there and see, hey, looks like they need help. Obviously I didn't just go, hey, you need help. No, I just stand there, I look at them, it looks like they really need help. So I just walk over and say, hey, do you mind if I show you how to do? And they're like, oh my god, okay, no problem. They say, come, show me. So I said, this how, so I do what I usually do. I just pretend like I'm working in the gym. I just say, alright, just sit down, you want to keep your chest up, you want to hold the bar properly, you want to touch all the way, think of squeezing your chest, don't use so much on your arm, on your arm length and so on. And then when you go, nice squeeze and you let it go, nice squeeze and let it go. Now you try, and don't just after that just walk off. What I do is I just stay there, make sure they really know how to do the form. They do it. It's okay. Consider this like this. Number one, you're helping them as a favor, and number two, you don't want because you walk off assuming they know. After they don't know, they injured. Then they say, "Hey, why you injured?" Then that guy teach me one. You see, that is even worse. So you have to take care of yourself and also the the member as well. So just go there and just teach them only. So again, remind you, I am not a personal trainer at that gym. I just go there and train for fun. Really for fun. I just want to change our environment. Alright? Sometimes we all need to change gym, just like changing restaurants, you see. So I went to the gym. That gym, I just teach the daughter and the son. Sorry, the daughter and the father, I believe. Just train only. After that, the father straight away asked me a question. You kerja sini ya? Ini instructor. In other words, for my English-speaking friends, he asked, "Hey, are you a trainer around here?" I said, "No, I am just here for fun. Just come here to train." And they say, "Oh, okay." Then he asked, "But are you a personal trainer?" I said, "Yes, I am." Then he asked, "Hey, which gym you are?" There you go. Notice I am not even a personal trainer there. But because I sort of just courtesy, just go and help them. Besides, I was just resting in between my sets, so there's no problem. I just said, I'm going to help you a bit. I don't even the intention to see him as a client. I just go like that only, and they already ask, where are you? They even come. In fact, the best part, the icing on the cake is that when they ask me, next week are you coming or not? By any chance we'll be meeting again? He said things like that. That was a very nice and sweet gesture for me. Not just I feel good because I'm helping people, but I want to show you that to prove a point is that sometimes, as a freelancer, I do not care how handsome or how hot you are or how sexy you are. Sometimes just people just want to be here. There's a saying goes, until you don't know how much they know about you, then you don't care them enough, they don't want to care about whatever your product or service. People wants to be here first. So help them first. When you help them, like I said, worst case scenario, you wasted your time. Best case scenario, they're going to come back for you. Alright? So hopefully this point helps a little bit. So in other words, TLDR version will be, don't think of money, go and help people. The money is a bonus. Sometimes you have to fish. Out of 100, you can get only 2. My friend, what? 2 clients, I'm pretty sure can give you some kind of stuff already, isn't it? So take the opportunity to learn from not just the members, but also your talking skills to the member also. That is a way. So freelance, or whether you are a gym personal trainer, I think you can apply the same. Be approachable. Even if you're a freelancer, actually I'll be very honest with you, I'm not a freelancer yet. See, yet. But when this morning, the case I show you, when I go to the gym, actually there's a personal trainer right there. But what do I like scared? No, I just go and just genuinely help the person. So you're genuinely going to help the person. You think the personal trainer in the gym will say like, "Hey, why you take my business?" He can't. And it is his fault because he or she don't go and help the member. So if no one helps you, go and help lah. So how wrong can it be? Right? So hopefully you get an idea as personal trainers. This is how you up your market. Number 1, let people know you exist. Right? Just like, I'll give you an example. Let's say you see McDonald's. Who the hell here doesn't know what McDonald's is or where McDonald's is? But just because they're famous, do they stop putting advertisement everywhere? No, I can assure you, go to your Instagram or Facebook, whatever now, when you keep scrolling, you're going to see a McDonald's commercial or even a KFC commercials. Hopefully you get the idea. Be approachable and make sure you are all around. Even if there's no one watching. Because I assure you, one day, when you thought no one is watching, there are people who are watching. Alright? So, point number 1, be approachable. Point number 2, this is a new age of information. Facebook, Instagram, email, if you still use email, SMS, WhatsApp, what you call it? I could go on and on, but hopefully you get the idea. Use those platforms, my friend, seriously. Like if you follow me, later you can click on my profile and have a look. Mini plug. You will see me posting like, "Hey, you know what? If you got any question, you can ask me. Or here's what I am doing, or here's my example, here's my video of my squats." Just show simple things like that, so that at least people look at you. They know that you're quite passionate, you're quite genuine to your job, and you better be very genuine and passionate about job. Because if you're not, please do not do this job. Seriously, don't do that job, because this job requires passion. If you treat every human like a transaction, I tell you, you're not going to last very long and you're going to get burnt out. For me, example, I'm not going to say I'm very passionate, but I can tell you, I am a person who gets bored very easily. But here is the followings. When I got client, I seriously don't feel like working. But when there's no client, I feel very boring and I feel like I'm working. That's it. Okay? So, use those social media platforms. What do I mean? Right? Don't just show the picture of you having a six-pack. Yes, you can do that, but I tell you, this is a viewer's point of view. If people want to look for a personal trainer, I show you an example. Today you post a picture of your six-pack. Very good, six-pack, very nice. Got 3,289 likes, alright? So, you look at the picture, oh, okay, you got six-pack. Next week, what you want to post? Okay, you want to post your six-pack again. Then below, six-pack again. Okay. Like that one. First week, people, wow, second week, whoa, third week. Fourth week, again. Fifth week, okay, done. Double tap, that's it, scroll. So now, my question is this. Use social media properly. Have a bit of variation. Not just show your six-pack like that, show a bicep or show a nice quad. That's it, end of story. It doesn't stop there. And in fact, if you really want to impress people, I challenge you this. Do transformation pics. My definition of transformation pictures is, for example, 4 years ago, I'm a skinny kid. Now, I'm a jack kid. That is an example of transformation. But, everything has a but. Okay? Take note one thing. If you do not have a transformation, what can you do? Well, here's my following. You don't have a transformation, just take last month and this month, you compare. See yourself, okay, last month is too much. Maybe take 3-4 months ago and compare. See if you have changes in your body or your physique or not, or in your strength. If you're a strength athletes, alright. Let's say if you're a power lifter or you're a Olympic weightlifter or strength athletes of any other kind of sport, that probably might be a good platform for you, alright. So my suggestion is like this. Do not just keep posting the same physique picture over and over again. Sometimes post a bit of picture of yourself. For example, you teaching people, alright? But you don't do it just for the Instagram or just for the likes, Do it for a good cause, like really genuinely helping people. And the picture, make it as natural as possible. Don't go and tell the client like, alright, I want you to squat down here. Okay, I'm going to face the camera and just act like you. Don't. Let it be as natural as possible. When you take the picture, it looks very natural. Even if it's not the most high definition picture, so be it. If it's not Instagram worthy, so be it. At least you look genuine. You look like you are helpful. That is how you up your market. Alright? And then my third favorite one will be, if you have transformation on your client, but before you do, always remember, ask your client's permission. Don't, because your client got changed, you straight away put the picture. Oh, okay, that's it. My client is at it. I tell you, congratulations, not only you're at the risk of pissing one of the client away, and you are also might be taking to legal court for all this kind of thing. So we want to avoid that. Always ask the consent of the client. I think that is very important. For example, I use myself as example. My clients, some of them has quite some results. I have clients who are skinny to jack. I have clients who has from 110 kilos to, the last time we go, I think it was almost 90 kilos. That's one hell of a transformation. But you notice, why I didn't post it on social media? Well, not because that I hate them or what. I do it because I asked them before, actually. They said no. So I'm okay. I have to respect their decision. And I'm not afraid of that. Because you know why? The best and most powerful sometimes marketing tool, yes, Instagram is powerful, but there's one thing more powerful, so it's the word of mouth. If you're good, you can tell people. But if you're great, people will tell you. I always believe in that mentality. Alright? And this works every single time. So that means you want to use the social media to promote what you do and just share. And always remember, just like the gym, I keep telling you, try to help people. If you are freelance or you're online coach, if you want to like this, if you want to attract more people, well, keep helping more people. For example, like I said, you go to social media, just share some tips on, example, how to do a particular exercise, or you can show like, it doesn't have to be training, it can also be nutrition. For example, most common myth, carbs after 6 is bad for you, bro. Maybe you can say, oh, you know what, carbs after 6 is actually not that bad, it's actually okay, there's no some devil in the calories or anything, or there's no extra calories after 6 p.m. 100 calories is always 100 calories. You can explain things like that and share with our beloved potential clients. That, my friend, is a smarter choice as well, right? So another thing we also want to take note is that when we share all these things in social media also, but there's one thing you have to be very careful, is that understand that when you're doing this, don't get too hooked on the likes. For example, I'm Instagramming live now. Even if there's 1 viewer, 0 viewers, 100 viewers, I will treat the same. Alright? Reason being, I believe in consistency. Right? I'll say that again. I'll believe in consistency, because you're more consistent, the more you go. Next time when people want to think of personal trainer, the first thing they'll think is you already, and they'll go to you, and they'll so on. Okay? I dare not say I'm almighty or I have a lot of clients around. I dare not say like that. In fact, there's a very bold statement. I dare not say that. In fact, I would say I'm still learning a lot from a lot of top people around the world. However, this is what I've learned. I try to implement all these things, and so far it just goes very well. Okay, so be approachable on the social media. So when someone asks you, someone direct you, DM you, or FB Messenger you something like, hey, how long you train in the gym? Just even questions like this, you just face so annoying. But I tell you what, my suggestion is suck it up, answer their question. Of course, if you cross the line, just stop there. But at least try to answer their question. Treat everyone like a potential customer, especially if you're online, because online you don't know what is going on. That is your another marketing tool. Why shut the door? Just keep it open. Let people come in first. If it's not the right person for you, only you shut the door. Wouldn't that be a smarter choice? I'm just saying. Alright? Okay? Wow, we've been going this for around almost 50 minutes. I didn't know that I can talk that long. I apologize for that. Alright, so the short version is that make sure you quite active on social media, so promote yourself, and always be willing to help people. Don't just survive on a few platforms, or just keep doing all this thing, and don't be hooked by the likes. Seriously, even 1 like, 2 like, no like, it's okay. It doesn't matter. We all have to start from somewhere. Show me a top influencer started with 10,000 likes, or maybe even more. Probably not a lot of people, unless you buy the likes. And one thing I want to highlight, if you buy a lot of so-called these fake followers, or these bot followers, let me ask you one question. Why are you lying to yourself? Like, seriously, you think you have a lot of likes, people will believe you? No. Because let's say if you got 70,000 followers, I just give example, because 70,000 followers, you got 6,000 likes. What does this mean? It doesn't mean anything. Can it be transferred into money? Nope. Can this be in your resume? Nope. Can this be helpful to teach you how to love your job? Nope. Don't buy followers. Like, seriously. There are people actually approach me to suggest me to buy followers. I've never did that. And I tell you what, even if my post, or right now I'm doing this, have no viewers or no likes, I do not care. And I couldn't care less, because my intention is not to get all the likes and share. My intention is just to share with people on my 2 cents, or like today's topic, the personal trainer's point of view between the client and the member. Alright? So probably I think I finished saying all my points. Let me just double check. Yeah, I have really finishing all the points that we talked about. So if you have any question, you can drop the comments below. If you don't have a question, then I think that's about it. So I'll do a quick recap, alright? So a quick recap for today is like this. So as personal trainers, they are supposed to teach you how to do the exercise. Number 2, they're supposed to keep you accountable. Number 3, teach you a set of skill on how to do things properly, so that when in future, whether with or without the trainer, you know how to do. Yes, bad business plan, but actually that is supposed to do. Just like the mechanic and teacher example I gave just now. Number 2, now we also talk about say, as a client, look at the person's performance, look at their track record. It's like a boss interview a worker. They want to look at the track record. Look at the track record. See how their clients are doing. The before, after, and after. Are they good after? That is the most impressive part. If he or she can be best on the after, good. It means that that person has something is right. You can actually go to the person. And number 3, it's a real world out there. You're talking about money. No money, unfortunately, minimum service. I would say no service, I would say minimum service. But minimum service can only get you that far. So that is the problem also. So what I suggest you is make sure you don't, because you want to find a trainer, you go and get a loan. Probably not a good idea. Alright? I mean, a bit of loan is okay, but get like a huge loan, like until you cannot eat enough, it doesn't serve any purpose also. Besides, let's be honest, training is, I mean, you want to change your body change, it's all about nutrition, training, and also your sleep. If you jeopardize any of these 3, you can forget it. Okay? That is the things you want to take note also. And also, the last but not least, as a client, be a bit more open. Make sure keep your choices open. Don't say, he's the one, okay, I can get him. It's okay. And if people give you a free trial session, go and give a try. It's like I said, the drive car like that. Go and do a test drive before you buy the car. You don't just go there, I want the car. Probably that's not a good idea. Go do the test drive first. Alright? Now, as for personal trainers, what you can do is the following. As personal trainers, number 1, always be approachable when you are in the gym, especially when you're offline, meeting person to person. Be as approachable as you can. So I use myself as example just now. This morning when I train at other gym, the typical gym, right? Yeah, people's gym, the public gym. I just teach there, and then when I talk to them, I actually got a potential to make a personal, sales, but of course I didn't, because that is just not my place. And number 2, I wasn't in that mood. Alright, but hopefully you get the idea is that you want to be very approachable and help people. And number 3, use social media to your advantage. I'm very sure most of you all have more likes or more followers than what I have, and you know what, that's pretty cool. So use those advantage. You people have the advantage, so go ahead, share things on your Instagram or your Facebook, whether it is just a simple thing like you helping people or just you doing some lifts. Don't just keep doing showing the same post over again. That means doing the same training over and over again. No point. Or number 2, you want to keep showing a 6-pack over and over again. No. If you want, do transformation picture. Like I said, you was last year. Got improvement or not? If no improvement, example, if that person is looks shredded, yes, but he's looked shredded since 2004 and now, then obviously there's no improvement. Then when people client look at you, first impression you think, are you telling me I'm going to be okay like that, and then I'll just forever remain stagnant? Probably that's not what they want. People are greedy one, believe me. When they got 1 ringgit, they want 10 ringgit. When they got 10 ringgit, they want 100 ringgit. Because just like the body, when they are not fat and they're obese, they want to be just fat. When they're fat, they want to be not fat and be thin. Once they're thin, then they want to see some muscle. When they have the muscle, they want some bicep over here, triceps over here, some quads or whatever. They want all these things. So what we can do as a person or as an individual is the following: is that as personal trainer, be approachable, reach out more people, and be very genuine to your job. Because as Confucius say, if you love your job, then you will never ever have to work again. I think this quote goes something like this. Alright, so that's all from me. Thank you very much for your time. So I hope hopefully you have some take home points. So if you have any questions, you can always DM me, or you can just drop some comments and let me know what you want to know on the next coming episode. Alright, so thank you for joining with me again on live Instagram session with Mission, or for sure known as L.I.S.M. We'll catch you next time. Happy weekends. Bye bye.